All right, so welcome to day 8 of our muscle anatomy question series. So let's get right into it. A 30-year-old woman falls and suffers a deep laceration to her forearm just proximal to the wrist on the anterior-medial aspect. On examination, she is unable to adduct or abduct her fingers, and her ability to flex her ring and little fingers at the DIP joint is severely compromised. She also has sensory loss over the palmar aspect of her little finger. Which of the muscles is most likely spared from paralysis by this injury? Alright, so let's just look at the question and understand what we are looking for. So the last point is key. Which of the following muscles is most likely spared from paralysis by this injury? So we says a deep laceration to our forearm just proximal to the wrist. So we are looking at a nerve injury, and that nerve injury is going to affect certain muscles, right? So on examination, she's unable to adduct or abduct her little finger, her fingers, right? And abduction or adduction of fingers, right? You're still looking at a nerve injury too. Her ability to flex her ring and little fingers at the DIP joint is severely compromised. She has sensory loss over the palmar aspect of her little finger. So the palmar aspect of her little finger is a sensory distribution which is supplied by the ulnar nerve, right? Now they said a deep laceration to her forearm, and she cannot flex her ring and little fingers. So flexing of the ring and little fingers is actually performed by this joint, this muscle, the FDP muscle, right? The flexor digitorum profundus, right? Which is just below the wrist where the laceration occurs. So laceration was actually that deep to affect the flexor digitorum profundus muscle, right? That is below the DIP, distal interphalangeal phalanges. Yeah. Okay, so the joint, it is severely compromised. So we're looking at an ulnar nerve. An ulnar nerve is what affects the sensory loss, and ulnar nerve is actually what supplies the FDP muscle too. So let's look at the options. Flexor digitorum profundus, the medial half, right, is supplied by the ulnar nerve. Opponens digiti minimi is supplied by the ulnar nerve too. Palmar interosseous muscles is also supplied by the ulnar nerve. The abductor digiti minimi is supplied by the ulnar nerve. But the flexor pollicis brevis, the superficial head itself, not the deep head, the superficial head is supplied by the recurrent branch of the medial nerve, okay, which is the thenar muscles, right? So the answer to this is E, flexor pollicis brevis. Now this is the muscle that is spared from this injury because the options A to D are ulnar nerve muscles apart from E. So the answer is actually E. So look at the arm nerves and you can see yeah, just look at them, right? The palmar view and the dorsal view, right? Palmar view and the dorsal view. Okay, palmar view is the one in front, dorsal view is the one in back, right? So you can see the distribution of nerves here. Okay, so the answer is actually E, flexor pollicis brevis. All right, see you tomorrow.